Hello everybody. So through this session we will continue with the chapter The Necklace. And as we saw in the first part that Matilda was very much unhappy with her life because she was poor, and her husband tried his best to make her happy. So one day he has brought an invitation card, and when she expressed her desire that she did not have a proper dress for the ball party, he had given her 400 francs to buy a proper dress only. Then the day of the ball approached. Day of the ball means the party approached, and Matilda was still unhappy. Now there was some fresh problem which was disturbing Ma'am Loisel, and that was that she did not have a proper jewelry to adorn herself, decorate herself with that. So she was disturbed that, and then again she asked her husband that she did not want to go to the party. However, at this point, her husband had suggested her that why didn't she go to her friend Ma'am Forestier, who was a rich lady, and that she could lend some jewelry for one or 2 days, and then she would return that later on. So as it was discussed in the last lecture also, that she did not wish to go to her friend because she was a rich lady, and every time she used to visit her friend Mrs. Forestier, she used to become unhappy. She used to feel the emptiness or the lack of things in her own life by seeing the richness of her friend Ma'am Forestier. However, she liked the idea and she just went to the friend. She said that okay, she had not even thought of that. So next day she took herself to her friend's house. She went there and then she told all her problem to her friend only, Ma'am Forestier. However, Ma'am Forestier, she at once only readily she got ready and she just went to the closet and she brought the cases full of jewelries, and she showed to her that whatever she want she can choose that. So hesitatingly she chose a piece of jewelry from that. In a black satin box there was a superb necklace of diamonds. So she trembling just picked up that only, as if she was thinking maybe Ma'am Forrester would deny even to lend that such an expensive necklace. But then also she asked that if she could lend that piece of jewelry to her, and Ma'am Forestier, certainly, why not? She agreed at once only, and she gave that jewelry to Ma'am Loisel. So she just put that on her neck, around her neck, and felt happy. And after that she came back and she was so happy, and now she was thinking that in the party she would look the prettiest and the most elegant, gracious in the party, and it would be a great success for her. Now the day of the ball party arrived, and Ma'am Loisel, she was looking stunning, she was looking so beautiful, and she was looking prettiest of all there, and everybody was noticing her. They were asking her name. Everybody wanted to be present. It means everybody wanted to dance with her. So she danced with enthusiasm. That was her day. She lived her life as she wanted. She was in a kind of intoxicated. She was in a kind of talking about as if she was in a dream only, and full of pleasure. Everybody was admiring her. It was a kind of victory day for her, and she was filled with happiness. At night only, almost 4 in the morning, she left the party. At that moment her husband, he was half asleep and he was not there in the party. So when everybody was about to leave, so they also went away from there. After coming out of the party, she put on some cheap kind of a covering around her, and then she just rushed away from there, as she did not want to be noticed by anybody there now. And she wanted to get away so that nobody should come to know that she belonged to, or she was the wife of a petty clerk only. Other than that, she did not want to show talking about the cheap quality of covering with which she has covered herself after coming out of the ball party. So they did not even wait for the cab there. They moved on walking, and finally, shivering, they found an old carriage, and after that they finally reached at home. So Ma'am Loisel, Mrs. Matilda, now she wanted to have, for the final time, she wanted to look herself into the mirror. She wanted to enjoy, she wanted to live only her life, her dream only particularly. So she just unwrapped herself with the covering, kind of a shawl which she had worn, and she uttered a great cry that she found that the necklace was not around her neck. She has left that somewhere, and she was filled with talking about terror that time. At that moment, Mr. Loisel, who was half undressed, he was changing his clothes. When he heard the cry, he also asked what was the matter, why was she, why did she shout? So she turned towards him, and then she told that she had lost Ma'am Forestier's necklace. And he was also talking about in dismay. He was became totally sad, and told that that was not possible. Then he asked her to try to look in the folds of the dress, but they tried, but it was not there. Then he asked if she was sure when she had come out of the party, that time it was with her, or if she has not left it in the party only. So she told that definitely she had felt that necklace around her neck when she came out of the party. Then her husband told that if it must have fallen down in the street, they must have heard the noise. But then what did she do? What did he could do? So he put on his clothes again, and told that he would go back the way they had come to find it out, whether they had fallen it somewhere. He came back at 7 in the morning, searching all the way, but it was nowhere to be found. He went to the police also. He went to the cab offices also. He put the advertisement in the newspaper talking about offering reward, but of no use. After a week, they had no hopes of finding it back, and Mr. Loisel told his wife that she should write a letter to Ma'am Forestier, that she had broken the clasp of the necklace, and that she would return after a few days by mending it, by repairing it. And he declared that they had no hope, just they had to replace it, means they had to buy another one, a diamond necklace. So they went to a palace royal and found a diamond necklace there which looked exactly replica of that, exactly same of that. And when they asked the amount, it costed them 36,000 rupees. Mr. Loisel, he possessed 18,000 rupees. Rest of the money he had to arrange. So talking about, he borrowed rest of the money and borrowed from the users, from the money lenders on high rate of interest. Now at that time, when they bought the necklace, Ma'am Loisel went back to Ma'am Forestier, and she gave the necklace to Forestier. However, Ma'am Forestier did not even open the box. She took it and told only that she might had returned that little earlier. However, whatever, Ma'am Loisel knew now the horrible life of necessity. But she did her part, she played her part completely and heroically. She knew that they have to pay, and since it was her fault only. So she changed, she sent away the maid servant. They changed their lodgings also, rooms also, apartment also, and rented some rooms in a poor area. She learned the menial works of households which earlier were done by servants. She washed herself the dishes in the house. She washed the clothes now, and she used to take now the dust, the refuse to the garbage herself now. She used to now bring water also herself in buckets. So she now became a lady of the common man. Now going to the butcher shop, fruiter's shop, and bargaining for the single sou, single coin even. And on other part, on other hand, her husband, he also worked very much hard in the evenings. At night also he used to do some copying work. So within after the gap of 10 years, they were able to finally restore everything. They were able to pay the debt in 10 years gap. And Ma'am Loisel, she has now become totally changed. She has become now a strong and hard woman. She was no longer now soft. Her hair now badly dressed. Her hands were red now, as she used to work all the works herself. Talking about now, she has started talking so loudly, in a loud tone. And but sometimes she used to sit at the window thinking about the ball party, which was actually her dream. So one Sunday, as she was taking a walk, and that time suddenly she saw a lady, a woman, walking with a child only, and she recognized that she was Ma'am Forestier, who was still young and still pretty, still attractive also. So she just thought that she should talk to her, and she approached her and she wished her. But Ma'am Forestier did not recognize her, because now Ma'am Loisel, she has become older. She has become talking about totally rough now. However, she introduced herself that she was Loisel, Matilda Loisel only. And at that moment, she was totally shocked, surprised only. And she cried, "Oh, my poor Matilda, how had she changed that much?" So she told that few last years were very much hard for her, and that it was all because of her. So she thought, why? What happened? What had she done? She told that if she recalled the last time she had come to her for for having those diamond necklace which she had loaned from her, and she said yes, she remembered. Then she told that she had lost them. Ma'am Forestier told that she had returned them back. Then Loisel told that those were replicas only, Those were exact same of that which she had bought, worth 36,000 rupees. And it took her 10 years to pay back all that money because they were poor, they did not have that much money. So Ma'am Forrester stopped short. She was shocked also, and she took her both hands into her own and she told that my poor Matilda, mine were false. My necklace of diamonds was not original. That was false. They were worth 500 francs only. So here the story ends, and after that nothing is given to her further, but we can understand that if one is satisfied with the life, now with the gap of 10 years, whatever suffering she had to suffer, if she had not lent it that necklace, she would have saved money, and after 10 years gap, after 10 years she might have been rich also. But Ma'am Loisel, she had done a mistake, that she was thinking of what she was not, and that has done a great damage to her life. So all in all, we should be satisfied with whatever God has given to us. So that was all about the story, the necklace. Thank you.